The final chapter in the shocking Englewood child abuse case came to an end today.
Ashley Cole sentenced for her part in the death of a 6-year-old boy who died after he was smothered. ABC 7's Bobeth Yates joins us now with details on today's court proceedings. Bobeth?
Yes, earlier this year, 6-year-old Jimmy Dearman's death was officially ruled a homicide by asphyxiation. Now, both Jimmy's dad and the father's girlfriend will spend more than a decade behind bars.
At least she had a childhood. Jimmy will never have any childhood. It's over.
Ashley Cole breaks down as the prosecution details the horrific actions that resulted in the death of her boyfriend's 6-year-old son.
She's the one who called him over. She's the one who sits on him initially. She hears, "I can't breathe." She hears Jimmy say, "I can't breathe," for a total of 4 separate occasions.
According to police reports, Cole and her boyfriend, 31-year-old James Dearman, were playing video games last Christmas Eve when Jimmy and his sister began making too much noise. Both kids were told to put their nose on the wall as punishment. But when Jimmy apparently didn't follow instructions, Cole called him over to the couch, put his face into the cushion, and sat on his back.
He's pinching, he's scratching, he's fighting for his life, and the defendant is doing nothing other than adding to his mental anguish and killing him.
After Cole, who is roughly 220 pounds, sat on the 45-pound child for a few minutes, she got up and Jimmy's dad, a 279-pound man, took over. And when Jimmy refused to stop yelling, Cole sat on his back while Dearman sat on his shoulder as they both continued to play video games. Last month, Dearman was sentenced to 20 years in prison with 10 years probation, but Cole's attorney argued that she deserved a lesser sentence, and the judge agreed.
From a very young age, you suffered from multiple mental illnesses. You've been diagnosed, received therapy both by psychiatrists and psychologists, medication which you took up until it sounds like recently in your life. And this is something that I take into consideration.
Cole was sentenced to 13 years in prison, followed by 5 years probation. But before hearing those words, she made a plea to the judge.
I don't know how to put in words how remorseful I am. I just want to do good.
Now, as part of her probation, Cole will have to undergo mental health and drug evaluations, as well as serve 16 weeks of anger management.